Ever felt like you were about to blow a gasket? You know, that moment when you're about to lose your cool and say something you'll regret? Well, you're not alone. Conflict is a part of life, and it can be tough to navigate. But what if I told you there's a way to handle disagreements with grace and wisdom? Let's dive into the world of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that's making a comeback. The Stoics, those wise old Greeks and Romans, had a knack for keeping their cool, even when things got heated. They believed that it wasn't what happened to you, but how you reacted to it that truly mattered. In this video, we're going to explore 15 practical tips based on Stoic principles to help you navigate conflict. Think of it as a modern-day guide to keeping your cool. Even when your boss is breathing down your neck, your significant other is upset, or your kid is throwing a tantrum. We'll cover everything from understanding your emotions to communicating effectively and finding common ground. So whether you're a natural-born peacemaker or someone who tends to fly off the handle, this video is for you. Let's explore how the wisdom of the ancient Stoics can help us all live more peaceful and fulfilling lives. Lesson 1. Understand the dichotomy of control. Ever felt like you were at the mercy of life's ups and downs? You're not alone, but the Stoics, those ancient Greek and Roman philosophers, had a game-changing perspective on this. They introduced the concept of the dichotomy of control. Simply put, it's about understanding what's within your power to change and what's not. Imagine this. You're stuck in traffic. You can't control the other drivers or the red lights, but you can control how you react. You can choose to get angry and stressed, or you can use that time to listen to a podcast or catch up on some reading. So, what exactly is within our control? Our thoughts and opinions. We can choose what to focus on and how to interpret events. Our actions. We can decide how to behave in any given situation. Our desires. We can control what we want and don't want. Our judgments. We can choose how we evaluate things and what's outside of our control. Other people. We can't control what others think or do. External events. Things like natural disasters, traffic jams, and the economy are beyond our control. Our bodies. We can't control when we get sick or how we age. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This means that we can't always control what happens to us, but we can control how we respond. Lesson 2. Practice mindfulness. Ever felt like your mind is racing a million miles a minute? Like there's just too much noise in your head? That's a pretty common human experience. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers who were all about living a good life, had a simple yet powerful tool to combat this mental chatter: mindfulness. Mindfulness is basically paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It's like hitting the pause button on your life and really being there. It's about noticing your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without getting caught up in them. Why should you care? Well, for starters, mindfulness can help you reduce stress. By focusing on the present moment, you're less likely to dwell on past mistakes or worry about the future. Improve your focus. Mindfulness can help you concentrate better and be more productive. Enhance your relationships. By being present in your interactions with others, you can deepen your connections. Increase your self-awareness. Mindfulness can help you understand yourself better. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Mindfulness is a key part of becoming that good man or woman. So, how do you actually practice mindfulness? Here are a few simple techniques. Focus on your breath. Pay attention to the sensation of your breath as it enters and leaves your body. Body scan. Notice the different sensations in your body, from your head to your toes. Mindful walking. Pay attention to the feeling of your feet on the ground, the movement of your arms, and the sounds around you. Mindful eating. Focus on the taste, texture, and smell of your food. Let's say you're feeling stressed about an upcoming presentation. Instead of letting your mind race with negative thoughts, try a mindfulness exercise. Focus on your breath. Notice the sensations in your body, and remind yourself that you're capable and prepared. Remember, mindfulness isn't about emptying your mind of all thoughts. It's about recognizing when your mind wanders and gently bringing it back to the present moment. It's a skill that takes practice, but the benefits are worth it. Lesson 3. Cultivate virtue. Ever wondered why some people seem to handle life's challenges with such grace and ease? It's not just luck, it's virtue. The Stoics believed that by cultivating virtue, we could live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Virtue, in the Stoic sense, isn't about being perfect. It's about striving to be the best version of yourself. It's about living in accordance with nature and reason. The Stoics identified 4 cardinal virtues. Wisdom. This includes knowledge, judgment, and understanding. It's about knowing what's truly important and making wise choices. Courage. This isn't about being fearless. It's about acting with courage even when you're afraid. Justice. This is about treating others fairly and equitably. Temperance. This is about moderation and self-control. It's about avoiding excesses. Imagine you're at work and a co-worker makes a rude comment. You could respond with anger, or you could practice the virtue of temperance and respond calmly. By choosing the latter, you're not only protecting your own peace of mind, but you're also setting a positive example for others. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." In other words, don't just talk about being virtuous, actually be virtuous. So, how can you cultivate virtue in your own life? Identify your vices. What are your weaknesses? How can you improve? Practice gratitude. Focus on the good things in your life. Help others. Volunteer your time or donate to a cause you care about. Read the classics. The works of the Stoics and other great philosophers can provide valuable insights. Reflect on your day. Take some time each day to reflect on your actions and how you can improve. Remember, cultivating virtue is a lifelong journey. It's not about reaching perfection, but about making progress. By striving to be a more virtuous person, you'll not only improve your own life, but you'll also make the world a better place. Lesson 4. Embrace discomfort. Ever heard the saying, "No pain, no gain"? Well, the Stoics would wholeheartedly agree. They understood that comfort zones are cozy, but they don't lead to growth. Discomfort, according to them, is actually a catalyst for personal development. Why embrace something that feels unpleasant? Because it's in those moments of discomfort that we build resilience and character. It's like a muscle. The more you challenge it, the stronger it becomes. The Stoics weren't afraid of a little discomfort. They'd sleep on the hard ground, go without food, and endure harsh conditions. They believed that by voluntarily subjecting themselves to discomfort, they were better prepared to handle whatever life threw at them. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, would often seek out discomfort. He'd sleep on the hard floor or go for long walks in the cold. He did this to remind himself that he didn't need material comforts to be happy. So, How can you embrace discomfort in your own life? Step outside your comfort zone. Try new things, even if they scare you. Practice delayed gratification. Resist the urge to seek instant gratification. Embrace challenges. See challenges as opportunities for growth. Spend time in nature. Nature can be both beautiful and uncomfortable. Meditate. Meditation can help you tolerate discomfort. Let's say you're afraid of public speaking. Instead of avoiding it, challenge yourself to give a short presentation. It might be uncomfortable at first, but the more you do it, the easier it will become, and you'll feel a sense of accomplishment afterward. Remember, discomfort is temporary. The feeling of accomplishment and personal growth that comes from overcoming challenges is lasting. Lesson 5. Practice empathy. Ever been in a situation where you just couldn't understand why someone was feeling a certain way? Empathy is the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes and see the world from their perspective. While it might seem like a simple concept, it's actually a really powerful tool for building stronger relationships and navigating conflict. The Stoics recognized the importance of empathy. They believed that by understanding others, we could live more harmoniously together. While they might not have used the exact term empathy, their writings are filled with examples of how to treat others with compassion and understanding. So, why is empathy so important? It improves relationships. When you show empathy, you make others feel heard and understood. It helps you resolve conflicts. By seeing things from the other person's perspective, you're more likely to find common ground. It increases your happiness. Empathy can make you feel more connected to others and more fulfilled. It helps you grow as a person. By understanding others, you can better understand yourself. Let's say you're having a disagreement with a friend. Instead of just defending your own position, try to see things from their perspective. Ask yourself, why might they feel this way? By doing so, you're more likely to find a solution that works for both of you. So, how can you practice empathy? Active listening. Pay attention to what the other person is saying without interrupting. Ask open-ended questions. Encourage the other person to share their thoughts and feelings. Imagine yourself in their shoes. Try to see the world from their perspective. Validate their feelings. Acknowledge their emotions, even if you don't agree with them. Practice compassion. Treat others with kindness and understanding. Remember, empathy isn't about agreeing with someone. It's about understanding their point of view. By practicing empathy, you can build stronger relationships, resolve conflicts more effectively, and live a more fulfilling life. Lesson 6. Communicate clearly and respectfully. Ever been in a situation where you said one thing but someone completely misunderstood you? Or maybe you've witnessed a conversation where two people are talking past each other, each more convinced of their own rightness. Clear and respectful communication is a vital skill that can prevent misunderstandings, resolve conflicts, and deepen our connections with others. The Stoics, with their emphasis on reason and virtue, understood the importance of effective communication. They believed that by speaking clearly and respectfully, we could minimize conflict and foster understanding. So, why is clear and respectful communication so important? It prevents misunderstandings. When you communicate clearly, you're less likely to be misunderstood. It builds trust. When you communicate respectfully, you show that you value the other person and their opinions. It helps you resolve conflicts. By communicating openly and honestly, you can address issues and find solutions. It strengthens relationships. Clear and respectful communication is the foundation of strong relationships. Let's say you're having a disagreement with a friend. about politics. Instead of shouting or making personal attacks, try to explain your viewpoint calmly and respectfully. Use I statements to express your feelings without blaming the other person. For example, instead of saying, "You're always so wrong about politics," you could say, "I feel frustrated when we talk about politics because I value different things." How can you improve your communication skills? Active listening. Pay attention to what the other person is saying without interrupting. Use I statements. Express your feelings and thoughts without blaming the other person. Be specific. Use clear and concise language to avoid misunderstandings. Avoid generalizations. Avoid making sweeping statements that can be hurtful or offensive. Seek to understand. Try to see things from the other person's perspective. Remember, effective communication is a two-way street. It's not just about expressing yourself clearly, it's also about listening actively and understanding the other person's point of view. The Stoics would often say, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This applies to communication as well. When someone says something that upsets you, you have a choice. You can react angrily, or you can respond calmly and thoughtfully. Lesson 7. Active listening. Ever been in a conversation where you were just waiting for your turn to speak? Or maybe you've nodded along while someone was talking, but your mind was somewhere else entirely. Active listening is the antidote to these passive listening habits. The Stoics, with their emphasis on understanding and compassion, would have appreciated the power of active listening. By truly hearing what another person is saying, we can foster deeper connections, resolve conflicts more peacefully, and grow as individuals. So, what is active listening? It's more than just hearing the words someone says. It's about being fully present in the conversation, paying attention to both the verbal and non-verbal cues, and seeking to understand the speaker's perspective. Why is it important? It builds stronger relationships. When people feel heard and understood, they're more likely to open up and trust you. It helps you resolve conflicts. By actively listening to the other person's point of view, you can identify common ground and find solutions. It prevents misunderstandings. When you're truly listening, you're less likely to misinterpret what someone is saying. It helps you learn and grow. By listening to others, you can gain new perspectives and insights. Imagine you're having a conversation with a friend who's going through a tough time. Instead of offering advice right away, try to actively listen. Ask open-ended questions like, "How are you feeling about that?" Or, "Can you tell me more about what happened?" By showing that you care and that you're truly interested in what they have to say, you'll be helping them to feel better. How can you improve your active listening skills? Give the speaker your full attention. Put away your phone, make eye contact, and focus on what the person is saying. Paraphrase. Restate what you've heard to make sure you understand correctly. Ask clarifying questions. If something is unclear, don't be afraid to ask for clarification. Avoid interrupting. Let the speaker finish their thoughts before responding. Show empathy. Try to understand and share the speaker's feelings. Remember, active listening is a skill that takes practice. The more you do it, the better you'll become. And the benefits are well worth the effort. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." By following his advice and practicing active listening, you can deepen your connections with others and live a more fulfilling life. Lesson 8. Find common ground. Ever been in a heated debate where it feels like you're talking past each other? It can be frustrating when it seems like you'll never see eye to eye. But what if there's a way to bridge that gap? Finding common ground is a valuable skill that can help us resolve conflicts, build stronger relationships, and foster understanding. The Stoics, with their emphasis on reason and community, understood the importance of finding common ground. They believed that by focusing on shared values and experiences, we could overcome our differences and live in harmony. So, what is common ground? Common ground is the shared beliefs, values, or experiences that connect two or more people. It's the foundation upon which we can build understanding and trust. Why is it important? It helps resolve conflicts. When you can find common ground with someone, it's easier to find a solution that works for both of you. It builds stronger relationships. Common ground creates a sense of connection and belonging. It fosters understanding. When you focus on what you have in common, you're more likely to see things from the other person's perspective. It promotes cooperation. Common ground can be a powerful motivator for working together towards a shared goal. Let's say you're having a disagreement with a coworker about a project. Instead of focusing on your differences, try to find some common ground. Maybe you both agree that the project is important and that you want it to be successful. Once you've identified your shared goal, you can start working together to find a solution. How can you find common ground? Ask open-ended questions. This can help you learn more about the other person's perspective. Look for similarities. Identify shared values, experiences, or goals. Focus on the positive. Highlight the things you agree on rather than the things you disagree on. Be open-minded. Be willing to consider other perspectives. Practice empathy. Try to see the situation from the other person's point of view. Remember, finding common ground doesn't mean giving up your own beliefs. It simply means acknowledging that there are some things that you agree on. By focusing on these shared values, you can build stronger relationships and create a more harmonious world. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "We should seek peace, even in our differences." Finding common ground is one way to achieve that peace. Lesson 9. Seek compromise. Ever been in a situation where it feels like you're at a stalemate? Maybe you're arguing with a friend, negotiating with a coworker, or trying to make a decision with your family. When it seems like there's no way to move forward, it's time to seek a compromise. The Stoics, with their emphasis on reason and community, understood the importance of finding middle ground. They believed that by compromising, we could resolve conflicts peacefully and strengthen our relationships. So, what is a compromise? A compromise is an agreement in which each side gives up something in order to reach a mutually beneficial outcome. It's about finding a solution that satisfies everyone's needs, even if it's not perfect. Why is it important? It helps resolve conflicts. When you're willing to compromise, you're more likely to find a solution that works for everyone. It builds stronger relationships. Compromise shows that you value the other person's needs and are willing to work together. It promotes cooperation. When you compromise, you're more likely to work together towards a common goal. It prevents stalemates. By finding a middle ground, you can avoid getting stuck in an unproductive disagreement. Let's say you're trying to decide where to go for dinner with a group of friends. Everyone has different preferences, and it seems impossible to please everyone. Instead of arguing about it, suggest a few options and ask everyone to rank them. Then, choose the option that the most people are happy with. How can you seek compromise? Be open-minded. Be willing to consider other people's perspectives. Be flexible. Don't be afraid to adjust your position. Focus on common ground. Identify the things that you agree on. Be willing to give a little. In order to get something, you may have to give something up. Practice empathy. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. Remember, compromise doesn't mean giving in. It means finding a solution that works for everyone involved. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When faced with a disagreement, we can choose to dig our heels in or seek a compromise. By choosing the latter, we can create more harmonious relationships and live a more fulfilling life. Lesson 10. Forgive, but don't forget. Ever held on to a grudge? It's a heavy burden to carry around. Forgiveness isn't about condoning someone's actions. It's about freeing yourself from the emotional prison of resentment. The Stoics, with their focus on inner peace and virtue, understood the importance of forgiveness. They believed that holding on to anger and resentment was like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. So, what does it mean to forgive? Forgiveness isn't about forgetting. It's about letting go of the anger and resentment that's tied to the past. It's about choosing to move forward rather than being stuck in the past. Why is it important? It improves your mental health. Holding on to grudges can lead to stress, anxiety, and depression. It strengthens relationships. Forgiveness can help repair damaged relationships. It promotes personal growth. Forgiveness allows you to let go of the past and move forward. Let's say a friend said something hurtful to you. You might be tempted to hold a grudge, but doing so will only harm you. Instead, try to understand why they said what they did and forgive them. This doesn't mean you have to forget what happened, but it does mean that you're choosing to let go of the negative emotions associated with it. How can you forgive? Practice gratitude. Focus on the positive aspects of your life. Practice mindfulness. Be present in the moment and let go of negative thoughts. Seek support. Talk to a friend, family member, or therapist about what you're going through. Write a forgiveness letter. Express your feelings in a letter that you don't have to send. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Remember, forgiveness is a journey, not a destination. It may take time to fully forgive someone, and that's okay. The important thing is to keep trying. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Forgiveness is a sign of a good person. By forgiving others, you're not only helping them, but you're also helping yourself. Lesson 11. Practice patience. Ever felt like you're in a hurry all the time? Like there's just not enough hours in the day? In our fast-paced world, patience can feel like a luxury, but it's a skill that can bring us a lot of peace and happiness. The Stoics, those ancient Greek philosophers, were big believers in patience. They saw it as a virtue, a way to control our emotions and respond to challenges with wisdom. So, what is patience? Patience is the ability to accept delay and adversity with calmness. It's about being able to wait for things to happen without getting frustrated or anxious. Why is it important? It reduces stress. When you're patient, you're less likely to get stressed out by minor setbacks. It improves relationships. Patience allows you to listen to others without interrupting and to respond calmly to difficult situations. It helps you make better decisions. When you're patient, you're more likely to think things through before acting. It increases your overall happiness. Patience allows you to enjoy the present moment. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. Instead of getting angry and honking your horn, you could use this time to listen to a podcast, enjoy the scenery, or simply relax. By practicing patience, you're turning a frustrating situation into a peaceful one. How can you practice patience? Mindfulness meditation. This practice can help you stay present and focused on the present moment. Deep breathing. When you're feeling stressed, take a few deep breaths to calm your mind and body. Count to 10. This simple technique can give you a moment to pause and think before reacting. Practice gratitude. Focus on the positive things in your life. Set realistic expectations. Don't expect things to happen overnight. Remember, patience is a muscle that needs to be exercised. The more you practice it, the easier it will become. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "It is not that we have so little time, but that we waste so much." By practicing patience, we can make the most of our time and live a more fulfilling life. Lesson 12. Maintain your cool. Ever felt like you were about to lose your cool? Whether it's a heated argument, a stressful deadline, or just a really bad day, we've all been there. Maintaining your composure is a valuable skill that can help you navigate life's challenges with grace and ease. The Stoics, with their emphasis on self-control and reason, were experts at keeping their cool. They understood that our reactions to events, not the events themselves, are what cause us suffering. So, what does it mean to maintain your cool? It means staying calm and collected, even when things don't go your way. It's about responding to situations with thoughtfulness rather than reacting impulsively. Why is it important? It improves relationships. When you're calm and collected, you're more likely to resolve conflicts peacefully. It reduces stress. Staying calm can help you lower your stress levels. It helps you make better decisions. When you're not overwhelmed by emotions, you can think more clearly. It boosts your confidence. Being able to handle difficult situations with grace can make you feel more confident and capable. Imagine you're stuck in traffic and you're running late for an important meeting. Instead of honking your horn and yelling at other drivers, you could take a few deep breaths and put on some relaxing music. By choosing to respond calmly, you're taking control of your emotions and reducing your stress. How can you maintain your cool? Practice mindfulness. Pay attention to your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Deep breathing. This simple technique can help you calm your nervous system. Count to 10. Give yourself a moment to pause and think before reacting. Challenge negative thoughts. When you have a negative thought, try to replace it with a positive one. Practice self-care. Make sure you're getting enough sleep, eating healthy foods, and exercising regularly. Remember, maintaining your cool is a skill that takes practice. The more you practice, the easier it will become. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By choosing to respond calmly to difficult situations, you're taking control of your life and living a more fulfilling one. Life. Lesson 13. Choose your battles wisely. Ever felt like you were fighting a losing battle? Or maybe you've wasted energy on trivial matters that didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Learning to choose your battles wisely is a valuable skill that can save you time, energy, and stress. The Stoics, with their emphasis on reason and prioritization, understood the importance of choosing your battles wisely. They believed that by focusing on what truly matters, we can live a more fulfilling and peaceful life. So, what does it mean to choose your battles wisely? It means being selective about the things you fight for. It's about identifying the battles that are worth fighting and letting go of the ones that aren't. Why is it important? It conserves your energy. Fighting every battle can be exhausting. By choosing your battles wisely, you can conserve your energy for the things that truly matter. It improves your relationships. Not every argument is worth having. By choosing your battles wisely, you can avoid unnecessary conflict and strengthen your relationships. It reduces stress. When you're not constantly fighting, you'll experience less stress and anxiety. It helps you focus on what's important. By prioritizing your battles, you can focus on the things that truly matter to you. Imagine you're at a party and someone says something offensive about a group of people you care about. You might feel the urge to defend them, but is it worth getting into a heated argument? By choosing your battles wisely, you might decide to let it go and focus on enjoying the party. How can you choose your battles wisely? Consider the consequences. What are the potential outcomes of this battle? Is it worth it? Will fighting this battle improve your life in a meaningful way? Is there a better way to handle this situation? Could you try to resolve the issue through compromise or negotiation? What are your priorities? What's most important to you right now? Practice mindfulness. Pay attention to your thoughts and feelings and ask yourself if this battle is really worth your time and energy. Remember, choosing your battles wisely isn't about giving up or being a pushover. It's about being strategic and focusing your energy on the things that truly matter. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By choosing your battles wisely, you're taking control of your reactions and living a more intentional life. Lesson 14. Focus on solutions. Ever found yourself stuck in a rut, dwelling on a problem with no end in sight? It's easy to get bogged down in the details and lose sight of the bigger picture. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers who sought inner peace, understood the importance of shifting our focus from problems to solutions. What does it mean to focus on solutions? It's about changing your perspective from one of negativity and despair to one of hope and possibility. Instead of dwelling on what's wrong, you're actively seeking ways to make things better. Why is it important? It reduces stress. When you focus on solutions, you're taking control of the situation and reducing your stress levels. It boosts your mood. Focusing on positive outcomes can improve your overall mood and outlook on life. It helps you achieve your goals. By identifying solutions, you're taking the first step towards achieving your goals. It fosters a growth mindset. When you focus on solutions, you're more likely to see challenges as opportunities for growth. Imagine you've lost your job. Instead of dwelling on the negative aspects of this situation, you could focus on finding a new job. You could update your resume, network with your contacts, and take online courses to improve your skills. By focusing on solutions, you're turning a setback into an opportunity. How can you focus on solutions? Identify the problem. Clearly define what the problem is. Brainstorm solutions. Come up with as many possible solutions as you can. Evaluate the options. Weigh the pros and cons of each solution. Take action. Choose a solution and take the necessary steps to implement it. Be flexible. Be willing to adjust your plans as needed. Remember, you can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond to it. By focusing on solutions, you're taking back your power. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When faced with a problem, ask yourself, what can I do about this? By focusing on solutions, you're turning a negative into a positive. Lesson 15. Remember, you're not alone. Ever felt completely isolated, like you're the only one going through a tough time? It's a common human experience to feel alone, even when surrounded by people. But the truth is, we're all connected and we all face challenges. The Stoics, with their emphasis on human connection and community, understood the importance of recognizing our shared humanity. They believed that by acknowledging our interconnectedness, we could find comfort and support during difficult times. So, what does it mean to remember that you're not alone? It means recognizing that everyone experiences pain, loss, and challenges. It's about understanding that we're all part of something bigger than ourselves. Why is it important? It reduces feelings of loneliness. Knowing that you're not alone can help alleviate feelings of isolation. It provides support. Connecting with others can provide you with the support you need to cope with difficult times. It gives you perspective. Seeing the challenges that others face can help you put your own problems into perspective. It strengthens your relationships. Connecting with others can deepen your relationships and create a sense of belonging. Imagine you're going through a breakup. It's natural to feel heartbroken and alone. But remember, millions of people have gone through the same thing. By reaching out to friends and family, joining a support group, or seeking therapy, you can connect with others who understand what you're going through. How can you remember that you're not alone? Connect with others. Spend time with loved ones. Join clubs or groups, or volunteer your time. Practice gratitude. Focusing on the positive aspects of your life can help shift your perspective. Seek professional help. A therapist can provide you with tools and strategies for coping with difficult emotions. Join online communities. There are countless online communities where you can connect with people who share your interests or experiences. Practice mindfulness. Being present in the moment can help you feel more connected to yourself and others. Remember, you don't have to go through this alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. By reaching out and connecting with others, you can find the support and strength you need to overcome any challenge. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "We are all linked together. We are like the veins and arteries that circulate life through a body." By recognizing our interconnectedness, we can find comfort, support, and a deeper sense of meaning in our lives. So there you have it, 15 genius ways to deal with conflict from the ancient Stoics. By understanding and applying these timeless principles, you can transform the way you handle disagreements, reduce stress, and build stronger relationships. Remember, the next time you find yourself in a heated argument or facing a difficult conversation, take a deep breath and channel your inner Stoic. Ask yourself, is this really worth getting upset about? Is it something within your control? If not, let it go. Focus on what you can control, your thoughts, your words, and your actions. And remember, it's okay to not be perfect. We all make mistakes. The important thing is to learn from them and grow as individuals. By practicing these Stoic techniques, you'll be well on your way to becoming a more resilient and peaceful person. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." So, go out there and be the change you want to see in the world. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on Stoicism and personal development.